It's time for another look into the minds of the crazed evangelicals of the political world. Um, by that, I usually mean Republicans, although there are Democrats that share the same views. And again, I'm not a member of either party. I'm sick of them both, but I'm going to point this out too, just as I pointed out we should impeach Obama. This is a symptom of madness, essentially, insanity. If you read this article, I'll link the Huffington Post article in the video when I upload it. The things which this individual says are, it's the raving of a lunatic when you really look at it. It's concerning. I mean, I don't know if maybe he's got some mental problem that recently developed. Maybe he's going completely berserk. But it's Representative Michael Burgess. He's from Texas. Of course, he's a Republican from Texas. Said Monday that abortion should be banned as early as 15 weeks after conception because he has witnessed male fetuses masturbate at that stage. Words do not describe the stupidity and the lunacy of his belief there. And he's a former obgyn. Think about this. He is a former obgyn, someone who deals with these sorts of things. And he's saying he's seen male fetuses masturbate. Now, I don't know whether he was paid off by some evangelical group, or he's pandering for votes, or if he actually believes this. I'm hoping that the third isn't the case, because I can understand if he's just pandering or he's been bought off. If he actually believes these things, then it's obvious that we need to tighten restrictions on who can get an obgyn license in this country. Listen to his actual quote. Watch a sonogram of a 15-week baby and they have movements that are purposeful. That part can be debated either way. They stroke their face. If they're a male baby, they may have their hand between their legs. If they feel pleasure, why is it so hard to think that they could feel pain? He must be the sort of individual who sees a minaret and automatically assumes it's a phallic symbol. Or sees a pine tree and immediately scratches his balls because he's reminded that his dick exists. He's seeing sexual imagery where it simply does not exist. And what does this say about his character? That he's thinking about an unborn fetus, not even a baby or a toddler or an infant, a literal unborn baby masturbating. This dude is fucked up beyond all comprehension. It almost sounds as like he's indicating that watching an ultrasound is kiddie porn or something. It's madness. I don't understand. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I'm going to burst out laughing here. There's no other way to put this other than he's a complete, utter scumbag moron. The people who voted for him, they had to have not known he was this sick in the head when they actually voted for him. If they did, he would have gotten the pedophile vote, basically. This is worse than Murdoch's comments on legitimate rape. This is even more extreme. This is something that warps the most extreme of extreme evangelicals out of the ballpark. Rick Santorum could never think up something this sick-minded and disturbed to actually say. And he goes off on some pretty epic rants about gay people and abortion. And even he has more sense than this. The bill's author, this is in the context, of course, of the Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection Act, which is scheduled for a House vote later Tuesday. Of course, it'll probably pass the House and die in the Senate, like every other bill of the kind. So that's the context. It's in the context of a bill that's trying to ban abortion after 20 weeks, which would be roughly in line with, abortion rules in most states anyway, but still, it's federal heavy-handedness. And listen to the author of that bill, Representative Trent Franks. Now, of course, he's not from Texas. He's also a Republican. He's from Arizona. Everyone knows with Jan Brewer and all the other goofballs down there how intelligent they are. Sparked outcry last week after saying he opposed an exception for rape victims in the bill, because the incidents of rape resulting in pregnancy are very low. And I'm not sure if that's misspelled there. The incidents of rape resulting in pregnancy are very low. That doesn't sound right to me. Where do these people come from? Who votes for them? Just like Richard Murdoch, and of course they did vote him out. He was actually up for election when he came out with his comments, and he got, shafted. I'd like to believe that the American people aren't dumb. That they may be partisan, that they may have weird views sometimes, but that at the end of the day, they at least have common sense. If these states vote for these individuals again, I won't be able to say that anymore. Just like Murdoch was voted out, hopefully these two goofballs will be, especially Burgess. His comments are just so far out in left field, or in this case, right field. Santorum is weeping with jealousy right now. Michelle Bachmann is shaking her head sadly because even she understands that it's pointless and fruitless to say such things. This is the epitome of perverse degradation that you could possibly expect from a politician. And here's another thing, and here's where it ties in sort of with surveillance and Big Brother and things. This is the class of idiot that runs the country. Why are we giving these people more power? These people can't even be trusted with a water pistol. They might shoot their own eye out with a water pistol. They're so dumb. And these are our elected officials. They make decisions related to warfare, nuclear armaments, containing epidemics. And they're more stupid than the average first grader. A kindergartner would know that it's not acceptable to say such a thing. It boggles the mind. You have to wonder, is he smoking crack before he dreamed up this bill and decided to co-sponsor it? Did he just have a loaded pipe in his car full of crystals that he inhaled into his lungs? You would have to assume so. This is crazy. There comes a point at which a person has gone from delusional, which a lot of people in DC I think are completely delusional, to completely out there, to so far out there he's on Mars. That's the level to which this has taken him. It's just sad to see a person an actual elected official, an actual representative who has power, say such a thing. It's the most lunacy-riddled statement that I've ever heard in my entire life. Nobody could possibly dream up anything more crazy than what he's already said. I mean, he's already won the crazy game for the rest of time just by making that one, two-sentence statement. So Burgess, he's just cracked. All right, he's just insane. It's time to put him out to pasture or something because he's obviously fried his membranes with drugs, or he's going senile, or he's completely bought off or stupid. Is his IQ lower than his age? Probably. Just vile sickness is all I can